Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, we all know Madonna has had to cancel a bunch of tours, not tours, a bunch of shows on her Madame X tour, and she's had to postpone and reschedule a bunch of shows, and she cancelled all the shows in Boston, and she's got problems with her knee. She tried to initially sort of blame technical problems because she didn't want to admit that she actually was a human being and was sick and she had to cancel her last show in Boston, not Boston, Miami, because she was in such overwhelming pain. She just couldn't do the show, and the doctors were saying you just can't. You will cause yourself irreparable damage. You will not be able to finish the tour. You have to stop and just have a break. So she pulled out of the last show, and now she's had 2 weeks off between legs of the American leg and the UK leg of the tour, and that's fine. We understood. She is a human being. She's 61. She's been dancing and jogging for decades, and that's really bad on the joints. And she has. And sometimes once you aggravate something like this, you just have to baby it. You just can't get around it. You can't get around it. Um, so yeah, we're accepting of this. It was fine. And then I saw pictures of her on holiday, and I was like, oh, shouldn't you be like in bed? Because I remember when I messed up my knee. Each time I messed up my knee, because I have a similar problem, I had to like stay in bed pretty much for like a week for it to recover. Because any time I just did anything, it would just aggravate it and keep it angry. Um, so I'm like, oh, why isn't she like in bed? Why is she like running around on holiday, like in different countries and stuff. And then I looked at some of the posts. I'm like, oh, she's like, oh, I'm on my healing vacation. I'm in the healing waters, water therapy, and I'm like, oh, okay, okay. I can kind of buy that. Okay, she, she she's she's presenting the vacation as as therapy, as a healing experience. That she's in the water, she's relaxing. I'm like, okay, this is going along with the narrative. Okay, I can buy it. I can buy it. I can pretend to be naive. And then I see Madonna's Happy New Year's video where she's dancing around, dancing her ass off in sand on the beach. Now, I'm sorry, anyone who has a knee problem, you're not dancing. Anyone who has a knee problem or any joint problems knows walking in sand or dancing sand, do anything in sand is a bitch. What the fuck was she thinking? I'm sorry, someone needs to teach this bitch how to pull a sickie properly, because she set it up well. She did the foreshadowing and laid the excuses, and she set it all up really well. And she cancelled her shows and rescheduled shows, and she got all the symphony and all that. But then she tried to make her holiday look like therapy and vacation. She was going with the theme. She was pulling it off, and then she couldn't help herself. She just had to post a video of herself dancing around, obviously in no pain, feeling no pain, having no problems, just to rub it into all those bitter, angry fans in Boston and Miami and all the other places where she had a show and cancelled it. Um, no, she couldn't help herself. She just had to rub it in our faces and say, no, here I am. Look, I'm fine. I'm dancing. I'm dancing and laughing at you. Someone needs to teach this bitch how to take a sickie. Oh my god. I'm from Australia. We are really good at taking sickies. And it was easier back in the day, in the 80s, when I think we become legendary for it. But now, in the days of social media, there's new rules. Like, you have to set up your social media, and she did all that. But you don't video yourself partying when you're supposed to be sick, because it may come back to haunt you. And you certainly don't post that video of yourself partying when you're supposed to be sick and to rub it in everyone's faces. Not your employer, but your audience. But then again, we pay for your tours, we pay for your albums, we pay for your videos, we pay the studio that pays you to perform. So we kind of are your employer, actually. So yeah, she just couldn't help herself. She just had to say, nah, 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 nah. I'm Madonna. I'm a rebel. I'm supposed to be sick, but I'm just gonna dance in the sand on my injured knee, which I'm suffering overwhelming pain and can't even climb a stair. Oh my god, I just I'm I, I'm not speechless because I'm obviously making a YouTube video about it. But what the fuck, Madonna? Seriously, this now I'm not going to go through a list of how to pull off a convincing sickie because, like I said, she did it up to a point, up until the fact she posted a video of herself, obviously not sick. And there's plenty of guides online. If she gave a fuck on how to actually pull this off convincingly and get away with it, she could do it. They're online everywhere. But clearly, she wants to be caught. She wants to be criticized. She wants people to bitch about her. She wants to be a victim. She wants to have something to fight against because her dynamic of an artist is rebelling against something. And if she doesn't have anything to rebel against, she just gets bored and has to sabotage herself. Like with Aretha Franklin, when everyone was loving her up for her birthday, for the fact that she's still around with all these legends dying, like Prince and Michael Jackson and Bowie and Aretha Franklin. She just had to go on stage and talk about herself instead of eulogizing Aretha Franklin and making an asshole of herself. So everyone hated her again, so she had something to fight against. I think that is my theory with Madonna. She sabotages herself and does the most obvious bullshit stuff just so people can complain, just so she can fight back against it, because otherwise she doesn't have not the motivation, she needs that on some level. So that's my theory. That's my theory. This is me as a lifelong Madonna fan. She always has to fuck herself up in some way, so she gets shit because that was the dynamic that she really was forged in. Because she back in the day got real shit for misogyny and sexism and for being a unique artist, and she did a girl that. And then people started to accept her and respect her, and kind of got a bit bored of her. So then she had to do stuff to be attacked again and to be controversial again. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. I just saw that video and I'm like, wow. It's not just that you're not even trying or you don't know better. You are deliberately saying, no, 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 no. Congratulations, Madonna.